I've done a few of those ones where it's like Room 101, Desert Island style things, and I suddenly shit myself thinking, oh, was I supposed to think of something for this? But my brain is empty, so fill it.
Everybody, and welcome to Shut Up and Answer the Question, the show where you ask us a question and we take such a long time to answer it. I am Sean Antony.
And I'm Ethan Lawrence.
How you doing, buddy
today.
Boy?
Humid today.
It is. So for us, we recorded Harry's episode yesterday. Absolutely fantastic, but it was the hottest day of the year so far, and it by the end of it was sort of like, can we go now? Just go sit in a bath somewhere. But we had some rain.
It has rained now, and now the air is thick like treacle.
Exactly. Yeah. At least you're not swimming through it this time.
No, that's true. Yeah. Oh God, you went swimming, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, you went to a swimming pool. You weren't even allowed to swim.
I went to a swimming pool. I wasn't allowed to swim, so that was that was like temptation. That was just mean.
You leaping into a pool.
I
can get the brick from the bottom. I can do it.
Yeah. But yes, as you can hear, we are on Zoom, so that means only one thing, my friend.
It means a guest. It means we've got a bloody guest. I'll tell you what, I've sourced an absolute cracker this time.
Oh, yes.
I say this time like I haven't always been sourcing crackers.
You've always sourced a cracker, man, and it's always... I feel so sort of blessed by that as well. I just get to meet all these cool people. I'm like, hi! Have a nice chat with them, and...
they call me the cracker saucer, murderer. That was nothing. I'm going to introduce our guest now. As usual, I've got a page of A6. And I'm going to read his career to him, and he's got to sit there in sullen silence while I do that, and then we'll bring him in properly. So, is everyone ready? Of course you are. Here we go. Our guest today is an actor, writer, and comedian. After being discovered at the tender age of 17, he performed in The Fast Show and Bang Bang It's Reeves and Mortimer. And since then, do you know what? I was going to reel off all of his credits, but we have limited time, and it is as long as your arm. It really is as long as your bloody arm. A true mainstay of TV and film. You'll have seen him in Game of Thrones, Edge of Tomorrow, Derek, Doctor Who, and of course, as my dad, Lenny, in Afterlife. He was my dad. He was. Please welcome a man who I am proud to have lost on pointless celebrities in the most spectacular fashion with, Tony Way.
Hello. Painful. I have lovely memories and painful memories brought up there.
I assume you're referring to pointless celebrities when you say painful, or maybe you're referring to Derek. I don't know.
No, Derek was great. No, pointless was hard, wasn't it? I mean, I thought we were shoo-in. I looked around, thought there's no way we're not going through at least. And then,
absolutely. I mean,
I don't think we did that. We didn't do that badly. We just didn't do well enough. I think
that was the problem, wasn't it? Like if we'd have gone out with like two wrong answers, that would have been exciting, but instead we were just not good enough.
Eked out.
We just sort of got we middled it. Oh well, and we've never been asked back.
No, me neither. I think we broke something in them.
I genuinely felt bad because I know how much you wanted to be on that show, and how much you like Pointless. So when they asked me who I wanted to do it with, I asked someone else first, obviously, then but I said Ethan really would love to go on this show, and I felt bad that I don't think either of us lost it. I think we both lost it, but I felt like I really wanted you to get through to the next bit.
Oh, bless you, Tony. I mean, it was. I still hold. I can't remember exactly. I remember what it was now. Of course, I could not believe that more people recognised Roy Orbison than David Bowie.
It blew my mind.
That's insanity to me.
Yeah. Apparently, it's they said it's just the age and demographic of the people asked.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you asked, I don't know where they're going to get these answers from, but the thing I was quite proud of that we were in our cars home on the way home from the studio before they'd even finished the next round. That's
Yeah.
how quickly we went out of that show.
Like we were on it for no longer than 20 minutes.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
not a bad day, all told.
Yeah.
Was that just because of like it was the before time, so they were just trying to keep everyone clear as possible, or is that just the whole format is like as soon as you're gone, you're gone?
I think that's it. I think that a lot of the people that have on there are very busy. Obviously, not me and Ethan. We could have hung around all day.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I think people are like, they're like, thanks for coming. It's a lovely experience. You're in and out, and they don't want to hold you up. So off you go. Oh, sorry, off you go. And yeah, I was in the car on the North Circular, realizing they probably still hadn't even got to the final round.
Well, there was a lot of churn, wasn't there? Because they were doing something mad, like 5 episodes in a day.
Yeah, it's not.
And so like it was like a revolving door, especially because it was still just inside COVID.
Yeah, and I think they have limited time. Oh my God, I've just seen a spider in the corner of my room.
A big one?
Fuck me. That is a. I don't know how I can't show you this. I could take a picture and hold it up. It's genuine. I'm not scared of spiders. That has shocked me.
We've got an additional guest. It looks like.
Hang about. If I take a picture here, I mean, it's not selling it, but if you just. Can you see that?
Whoa! That's a
Okay,
big boy.
That's been living here a while. It's the rain. It's because it's rain. They've all come in.
Been driven in by the rain.
It's come to collect its rent.
We need to get over Pointless and think about creatures and spiders and move forward with our lives.
I mean,
I'm nervous now. It's going to be an edge to this podcast.
that's good. I love that. I love it when our guest is on edge.
You just hear a scream and then his screen cuts out.
It goes blank and then comes up and there's just a spider sat in your chair.
Can I ask you? I know you're going to ask me a question at some point. This has genuinely just happened. Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
But it's a simple yes or no. But you can. So I ordered a watch battery from a very well-known online retailer for my Swatch that I found at the bottom of the drawer. So it came with 2 batteries, which is what I ordered. These. And they threw in a little chocolate bar. Now, but there's a thing that you're very much encouraged not to eat, which is watch batteries. Famously, they're child killers, and they've just shoved a little chocolate bar in there. So it's not come from a place that sells chocolate. I don't think it's a sort of battery and chocolate business. So I was just going to ask you: do you think do I eat the chocolate? Do I trust it?
One follow-up question.
Yeah.
I can't quite read what's written on it. Is that a branding on there?
It's no branding I've ever seen before. It says
Kuzo.
Kuzo.
I mean, we'd look it up, but we never do that on this podcast. It's forbidden.
Where's the fun in that?
I would go
If
for
it's got
yes,
a couple of layers,
It's got like packaging like a sort of, like a dairy milk or like old fashioned. It's old style Kit Kat. I'm opening it. I'm gonna eat it.
I'd go for it personally. I mean, what
hungry.
could possibly go wrong? But it might have been.
Oh my God, it's a bit smashed.
Oh dear.
Right, cheers. If I die before the end of this podcast, it's either the spider or the chocolate.
Well, that'd be an amazing exclusive for the pod.
Right.
So we're just increasing the levels of risk.
and the timer starts now.
It's minty. It's minty. I feel happier that it's minty for some reason.
I did think with the shape that it might have been like from a curry house or something.
It's an after battery mint. It's delicious. Right. So,
Oh dear.
It's so you can make sure it is after 8 when you try it.
very good. Yeah, it's very good.
Sure. Lovely.
I hope that's the way they're thinking. They're not just trying to kill everyone. Anyway, moving on.
That seemed like a big package for 2 very small batteries and a small chocolate as well.
Yeah, it's definitely a third-party seller.
Well, we can't say anything about that. We might get sued.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to say their name, but if I die, you can look at this. That's. Oh, it hasn't gone down that well actually. Okay.
God, there's a lot going on already.
Sorry. How you doing, Ethan? You're right.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just now concerned for your health.
I'll be okay. I've got a very strong gut.
Oh, good for that, because I've got a question for you. That's not a segue. That's nothing. It doesn't matter. I've got a question for you, Tony.
Yeah.
And it needs answering. And I'm afraid you can't leave until it is done. So
Okay.
buckle up.
I'm in.
Sean will like this, I think. This is a question from me that I asked the previous incarnation of this pod. And I just happened to be scrolling down through our question vault, and I was like, this is actually the perfect question for Tony Way.
All right. Okay.
So, Tony Way, what 3 people, living or dead, would you open a small hardware shop with?
That's a very good question. So living or dead, you're okay.
Obviously, if you choose a dead person, they will be alive for the purposes of the hardware store. It's not just going to be like a Weekend at Bernie situation.
And is it like the small hardware
Unless you
store?
wanted
Is it
to
like with a small hardware store? Is it like a little mum and dad like up the high street kind of jobby, or is it?
Yeah. Do I get to choose that, or are you going to set the terms of the business that I'm going to take on with these dead and alive people?
Do you know what? I think with a staff of 4,
Yeah.
I would imagine that you've got someone on the checkout. You got someone working front of house and that's not called front of house. That's a restaurant, but it doesn't matter. And maybe like a little workshop out the back for like little quick fixes that the other 2 are working at. Maybe something like that.
Okay,
reasonably sized.
Yeah. So I'm probably looking at someone young who's like the boy, the what do you call it? Like the sort of work opportunities. I'm probably looking for someone who knows a bit about, who's probably at the back, can use the saw and stuff to
the lathe,
like can do that sort of stuff. Someone who's a bit of, I don't know. Okay, do I need to know them, or can they just be anyone?
I think the brief's wide. You can sort of pick anyone. But I would like to ask you: do you consider yourself handy, Tony?
I give it a go, but no, if you asked my partner, she would say no, not really. I attempt stuff. I can do a bit of painting and decorating. I can do minor screwing things together. Plumbing, no chance. Probably best kept away from the wiring, I would say. I also get a bit bored of it very quickly, so I get very excited. Then I get a bit tired. So the end, like the important bit, the bit that people see of the job, the finish, is where I'm losing interest and getting a bit hot and tired. And so I'll rush that bit. So I often end up making it look like a pig's ear, even if it's all fine under the thing. Jesus.
Jesus is in...
Jesus in the back, doing the wood.
Jesus in the back!
He's doing the wood. He's the wood guy. He is a wood guy. He's the wood guy.
Famously a carpenter.
Yeah, I'm probably keeping away from the big nails and hammers, just in case.
Bit insensitive, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit insensitive. That's the first guy. Jesus. Me, Jesus. Am I the boss? Or am I just...
You know what? If you want to assign yourself that role, you go for it, my friend.
I'd like to be owner, operator, so I can like not always be there. I don't
That's
really...
a good shout.
I like tools. I don't want to be in a tool shop all day. I want to continue to be an actor for a living. Really, don't we all?
Well, yes, but this is a pretty decent side hustle. You know, they say we should be multi-hyphenates these days. So, like, actor, writer, comedian, hardware shop owner. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean,
friend of Jesus.
All of those are dying businesses. Like that,
apostle.
Yeah, I'm moving from entertainment to the high street. I mean, all of those are not. Anyway, I've got Jesus out back. Maybe I should put him out front now and again to draw in the crowd.
We're just doing that.
It'd certainly be
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I
mean, it'd certainly be a coup to have actual Jesus Christ working in the shop.
I'm being really put on the spot here. This takes a lot of thought.
This is fine because we can use this opportunity while you're thinking to ask you about other stuff.
Great, yeah.
Which is the beauty of the pod. Tony Way, what does Tom Cruise smell like?
He smells good, quite neutral, not overpowering. So he's not like those guys that smell like they've sort of bathed in like a sea of oud. You know, you get that overpowering. I like the smell of oud, but if you walk through the centre of Westfield Shopping Centre, you know what too much oud smells like.
You smell them about 10 minutes
we're
before
both
you meet
Essex
them,
boys.
kind of thing.
Yeah. It smells expensive, but it's subtly expensive, which makes you know it's really fucking expensive. He's a very clean guy, but he gets, I did the film I did with him was an action film, so he was like the rest of us, covered in shit and mud and terrible makeup. I did a tiny burp then. I think that's disrespectful to Tom Cruise. I do apologize.
But not to us.
It's the mint chocolate. No, we're all friends. It's mint chocolate coming back. Yeah, I'd say, but yeah, he smelled good, but not overpowering. Just right.
Do you know what? I'm really pleased about that, and I don't know why.
Yeah,
There's a part of me that's really satisfied with that answer.
yeah. He's got a certain. I think he thought about his top, like head to toe, smell everything style some time ago. Nailed it, got it perfect, and that's it. Why would he change it? I think we all get to that point, and some of us make the wrong decision at some point. Like, I don't ever wear trousers if I can help it. I'm always in shorts. Probably not a good decision on certain occasions. But he's made good choices. It's probably, and if you notice, he always has the same cut of shirt. No matter what he's doing, he has a certain cut, and it's. I mean, I wish I could just have. That's money, isn't it? That's just like saying, "I like that. Make me look good," and then just pay for that. Yeah.
So, I mean, how was that? I mean, a very very select few have had the opportunity to work with the man himself.
To smell Tom Cruise, yeah.
To sniff,
to get close enough.
It was great. It was really good. It was. I mean, you've worked with some big names. It's yourself, haven't you? It's a.
Well, yeah. I mean, but this is about you.
Well, yeah, I say you've worked with me, so there's one.
Of course.
What does Channing Tatum smell like?
Yeah, good.
Do you know what? It's so weird because I would describe his smell as very similar, very Cruise-like in a way.
Yeah.
Like again, he's made a decision.
Then body oil, right? Lotion after that because of the film you were doing. I imagine there was the.
I shouldn't explain for people who don't know. It was Magic Mike. I mean, in this one, like we had the conceit of it was that he was stepping back from the dancing and letting the next generation do the do. And it was, I mean, the dance that he did, there was so much water. It was the famous water dance.
Okay.
And I actually didn't. Do you know what? I actually didn't sniff him after that because he did the dance. And you got to bear in mind, I was playing a stage manager, so I was up in the rafters.
Yeah.
So by the time he finished, and he'd been rushed off with loads of towels and stuff like that, didn't really get an opportunity to smell what he'd be like when wet.
It would have been weird if you'd gone in there with a big breath right near his ear, like. Yeah.
Chan, you smell wonderful.
That was a fantastic take.
Yuck.
But I think I imagine Channing Tatum similar. They're really hard working. They get there for a reason, don't they?
Absolutely.
He's the first to set, which is disconcerting. I think when people don't realise that's going to happen. The crew, that the star's there first. He works his ass off. He makes you work hard. Not like doesn't make you, but he makes you want to work very hard. Yeah.
How's his attitude? Kind of thing is that just what it is? Like it's just infectious that gets everyone together.
Positive isn't the word. I don't know. It's like it's Tom Cruise like it's Cruise like positivity. But yeah, and fun. Like we hung out on that film. I don't know if that would always be the way, but we literally hung out on that film because we were in these robot suits, so we were hung up between takes, so we couldn't leave. Like the idea of, if you wanted to leave set, it was like a 45-minute process. So just to get out of the thing and get off the stage. So we just hung out and chatted. It was great. He offered me his lunch and stuff like that. He was a very nice guy.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Again, it's really satisfying. Like it's just like he seems like a mensch.
I think what happens is because they earned a bit of money, don't they, these stars? And I think that it genuinely weighs on his shoulders that this film's on me. And it is. It's like that's not ego. That's just the truth. Like people are coming to see a Tom Cruise film. There's not many people like that, I don't think, anymore. So I think he really wants to nail it and get it right. And that's so he's quite exacting, but he's not. It's a different
pressure, isn't it? I suppose when you're that big, because that is, as you say, it's all on you. So if it goes wrong, then you could be in trouble all over the place.
Absolutely, yeah, of course.
It's sort of literally and figuratively as well, because he's usually on the production side as well, isn't he? He's got a duty of care not only to the film but also to everyone working underneath him.
Absolutely. When I was doing that, they were I can't remember which Mission Impossible it was they were doing next, but in like lunch breaks, you'd see him and Christopher McQuarrie, who directs the Mission Impossible films, like coming up with stuff for the next movie. And I was thinking, like, you've got this movie first to do, but they don't stop really. They're always coming up with stuff. I remember saying to him, like, sort of listening in to them coming up with ideas for the big stunt for that Mission Impossible film, and I jokingly said, "Oh, why don't you jump out of space like what was he called, Baumgartner, the guy that really did it?"
Oh yeah, Felix, what's his face?
Felix
Baumgartner.
And he went, "It's been done. It's been done." And I was like saying, I didn't mean do it. I meant like movie do it, like muck it up. But he was like, no, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to really do it. That guy's already done it. I'm not going to do it. Like, you're on another level. And then I think that next film was one where he just rode on the wing of a plane. So, even my joke wasn't extreme enough for
him to take it seriously as well.
Yeah.
No,
Tony, I can't do that.
But you felt like genuinely, when you're on a job like that, you're on and you're looked after and you get to do very cool stuff. I went to places, I've lived in London forever. I went to places in London I didn't know existed because Tom was like invited and he'd just give us the invite. He'd go ahead. Went on the pitch at Wembley and I got a Christmas cake from Tom, the famous Christmas cake.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, very. I mean, my partner, she definitely thinks when we moved, someone's eating our Tom Cruise Christmas cake. I think you just get it for the job you're on, unless you hang out with him a bit. It's delicious. It tasted like he smelled. Very good.
Neutral.
Neutral.
Most neutral tasting cake you've ever had in your life.
That spider's looking at me. He's moved.
He's on the move. He's hunting you. He's predating you.
He's probably He's probably waiting for an invite into the hardware store.
Yeah, I'll mic him up. I've got a spare mic. Let's see what the spider's got to say about this. Oh yeah, the hardware store. Right, person number 2 for entertainment value. Imagine Mr Blobby in a hardware store. I
fear for the stock, Tony.
Yeah, that's all right. I've got Jesus. Jesus can do some magic tricks. That's what he does, right? And bring it all back. Blobby, is he dead or alive? I don't know.
I think he's sort of beyond that kind of paradigm. I think he just is like an.
I think he's at that point of myth now. It's sort of adults tell their kids about it. It's just sort of the same way as, I don't know, the Jabberwocky or something.
Or Achilles. It's like Thor.
The tales of Achilles, Thor, and Mr. Blobby.
Stick him in the paint aisle with the ladders and the paint. Now imagine that. Fence it off. Just that, like, it's entertainment, isn't it? It'd be wonderful to watch.
There we go. Just hook it up with cameras and mics, and then you've got a whole different income stream there.
Exactly. I now fear that I've put an actor who's inside Mr. Blobby in hell. Because I don't know if Blobby. I always think, I think of Blobby as it really exists, but now I've just realised I've probably sentenced a poor actor to perform as Mr. Blobby in a.
But then you could get shifts in on them as well.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, but I would be happy in this instance, considering it's a hypothetical, to say that you have hired the essence of Blobby. Yeah.
I've got a very good T-shirt downstairs that was drawn by. Do you know Jim will paint it? Very good.
Yes.
It's like a sort of a scientific dissection picture of Mr. Blobby. Lots of Japanese writing on it. Where the inside's a tiny Noel Edmonds controlling it. It's very good.
It's like Men in Black.
He's been around a long time. Jim will paint it, and I fear AI is going to take people like that away, because that's what AI is doing now. Everyone just makes that AI slop stuff. It's
There's no doubt that AI has been trained on all of his shit as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Without the mish.
Yeah.
AI consistently comes up on our podcast as well. I think because we both work in creative fields, we're absolutely so nervous about it.
Oh, why do you think we're all just knocking around doing podcasts? We've got the spare time because of AI.
I mean, I sort of feel podcasts could very easily be done with AI.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, you could probably feed this in. How many episodes of this do you think you could feed into AI before it went? All right,
Well,
got it.
as of tomorrow at time of recording, we'll be releasing our 20th episode.
All right, I reckon if you put 20 in to an AI machine, I'm so out of touch. Like it's a metal Mickey, and it would. I reckon it could spit out. I'm not very good, but you could believe almost it was like a bad episode of your podcast. I reckon.
So a normal episode of our podcast, then.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I don't think it's nailed the visual bit. Yeah, that still doesn't look right. But I think audio, it's fucking got it. It's nailed it, hasn't it?
It's scary. It is scary.
Yeah.
Sean works as a voiceover artist, so you can imagine he lives in constant peril.
Yeah, man. Well, I think that it's not quite there yet, taking us all out.
Mhm.
But I think the lower level jobs, the stuff, the sort of workman like VO stuff, I think people are already doing it.
That's I did a podcast recently, and we were talking about sort of e-learning and stuff like that, and there is quite a level of sort of delivery with some of the older e-learning where they just want it kind of flat anyway, which is just ripe for the picking for that kind of AI stuff. And so
also,
it just made it like you don't know whether or not in the future if you want it to sound more human, or if that's just now something that you feed to Roku's Basilisk before.
Right, yeah. But the thing is, all those Instagram videos that have that kind of flat way of talking, I didn't know this, that kind of, but the kids that are watching that will be nostalgic. That will be the way they think videos should sound. That's the way it happens so fast, that stuff now, that becomes people wanting things to sound like that because a famous person's video has that voiceover that isn't really a voiceover. I think
That'll be their Mr. Blobby.
That'll be their Mr. Blobby. Yeah.
How far we've fallen.
It's I did a well for my daughter's end of year play. I did a bit of a voiceover just for a bit of a joke for the school, and even though my daughters they're not a fan of AI, I think it's probably through my biases, but some of the kids came up afterwards after listening to it and they were like, oh yeah, it's so good, it sounds like AI. And it just sort of like in my mind, the dissonance that just sort of, it's so good, it's AI, made me I think physically cringe.
Yeah.
It's just as you said, like they're just so used to it now, it's just so saturated and everywhere.
Yeah,
it's hearing them say that is a bit of a worry. But
you just gotta hope that the next lot, my daughter's 5, go rail against it, because that's normally what happens, isn't it? The way that everyone's buying records and cassettes and shit like that, you want the cool kids to go against whatever the thing is that's popular. So when AI becomes super popular, you want a load of the kids that are now 5 to go, nah, I want humans. Bring back that old guy who does the voiceover.
It's like Ethan said before, I think it's like you wanted AI to do your washing up and your cleaning so you could do the creative stuff, not the other way around.
Yeah. But it's the thing is, I think something's going to give, because it's not just us. We're the ones that can talk about it on a podcast, but it's every single job. So at some point, I don't know what happens. If a computer is doing every single job, what are we going to do? It might be quite nice. It might. I fear it won't be. I fear it will be a dystopian hellscape. But there is a way in which you go, well, fuck it, everyone's on holiday then.
We spoke about this with comedian Amy Hoggett a few months ago now, and like it sounds like a wonderful idea if there's some sort of universal basic income, but I can't imagine there will be.
In this country, no chance.
Free shit, no thank you.
Can you imagine that happen? I mean, it's more likely to happen here than in America, but I mean, can you imagine that being a thing in America? But it was just like, it goes against everything they believe. I think there's a couple of countries in Europe that do it, and they seem to be doing okay. What the idea is, you get like a certain amount of thousands of pounds a year, and then anything you earn over that, good luck. But you've
it's
given enough to.
It covers your basic living.
Yeah, well, I mean, they could just make water and electricity free. That'd
be nice. What an idea! What a novel concept.
But water's not free. That's mental. And I don't mean to water my garden and have a 5 hour long bath. Like, I reckon you should probably pay for that. But to drink clean water costs money. It's mad.
I'm looking at water falling from the sky right now. Like, I can look to my left, and it's
free.
Instead, we get the luxury of swimming in poo if we want to. So I mean,
summer's coming. Can't wait.
Let's all get down to Clacton.
Whenever I think of you, Ethan, I think of my childhood, because where you live, I won't give it away in case you've got people following you.
People know exactly where we live.
I used to swim there as a kid. It was one of the loveliest outdoor. It wasn't really a Lido. It was like a sort of beach pool thing. And it's closed. They're not allowed to swim in it.
I think someone died in it.
Yeah, I think they tried jumping in or something. There was like a rock or a stake or something.
Oh, Jesus!
I heard it was a whirlpool, but I think someone might have been exaggerating.
I mean, more than myths.
I don't know how there could have been a whirlpool. It's a completely.
It's an isolated lake.
I do remember that, and but one death. It's like that Steve Coogan bit in The Day Today. No one died. 1 year, someone died. It's been a while. No one died before that. Anyway,
I remember us actually now when we were hanging out on Afterlife. I remember talking about sort of the nostalgia of a Malden trip.
Oh man, it was a great place to go to. I didn't live that far away, but it felt like we'd gone on holiday on a day trip to Malden. Oh my god, I sound like I was born in the 50s. This was like the 90s.
Oh no, we did that as well. I think we were up by Lakeside. We lived at the time, but then coming down to Malden, it did feel like you were just, we're on a trip today. And it was still stuff that we talk, like our family talk about today. Like, do you remember when we went there? It's like, I live there now.
We still talk about my Uncle Jeff crossing the pond in he was like a county swimmer, and he crossed the pond in like 9 butterfly strokes or something. It's still talked about to this day in my family. It's
a huge thing.
Occasion. Still in the back of my mind thinking about this third employee, but
hey, there's no rush. There is no rush. I mean, they still do the Malden Mud Race.
Oh right, yeah.
That's still a regular thing. People come down to and sift their way through the mud for charity.
This is why there's a lovely swimming pond that you're not swimming, because if you try and swim in the river, you just get covered in oily muck. All the worm castings everywhere. It's
salt crystals embedded in your heels.
Yeah, the Malden salt. That's something though. That's good stuff.
Hi, Malden Salt. We are very much looking for a sponsorship. So if
or just just come on and talk salt with us. That would be fun.
Talk salt. It's quite hard to.
That's their own podcast there.
I had it in my head as like a really unsuccessful spin-off of Talk Sport.
It could be a strand on Talk Sport, but then that would get tongue twistery. Talk salt on Talk Sport.
Just comparing different brands of salt.
Salt talk on Talk Salt on Talk Sport.
As someone who's not very good at tongue twisters, that's giving me a nightmare.
How about talking salt?
Talking salt.
Here we go. So I'm just getting an Adobe Flash Player update, of course. I've been putting that off for about 3 years.
So honestly, the amount of times we've been doing podcasts remotely as well, where postmen have interrupted, we've had all sorts go on.
Oh yeah,
I'm amazed the doorbell hasn't gone. Actually, we're like a sort of mini hub for all kinds of deliveries normally here. It's like a small local post office here. We have so much. It's so far so good.
Is that sort of like because there's sort of like a working from home aspect at the minute, so like any post just ends up where you are.
We just buy loads of shit.
Oh, it's all yours.
Yeah,
got little batteries and
free chocolate. I'm gonna have another piece of this chocolate.
It's kind of like Christmas. You're just getting stuff coming through. It's like, oh, what is this time?
No, it's more shit I don't need. Oh, there we go. This chocolate gets better.
It's improving. It's cumulative as the build. Really
taste the lithium from the batteries.
Delicious
chocolate,
delicious
though,
lithium.
Definitely
incapacitating. Delicious.
Oh no, I got mixed up. I've eaten the battery. So I did make a little joke during the intro that your sort of credits list is is so extensive. I couldn't go through all of it, but it genuinely actually is.
Well, that's because I'm not fussy and I do any old shit. That's not true. I've been quite lucky actually. There's not much bad stuff on there, I don't think.
I couldn't spot any.
It's luck a lot of the time. Sometimes it's judgment, but a lot of the time, you know what it's like. If you do the job that comes up, and if you really, really don't like it, you have to just look at your bank balance and make that decision, don't you?
Oh yeah.
But mostly, I've been very lucky. I'm friends with talented people as well. A lot of the comedy stuff is sort of relationships I've made over the years and people I've known, and then the film stuff is purely my excellent talent.
Yeah, of course.
Shone through. It's nuts actually. When I look back at it, it's kind of crackers. It just makes me feel old, but like I haven't wasted my life. It's
well, I've got a sort of like I don't know. People ask me this sometimes, and I thought I'd ask you because obviously we were both in Afterlife, which was did gangbusters. It did quite well,
very well,
and especially with some of the stuff you've done as well, along with sort of like the Hollywood way. Like, does it ever play on your mind that like millions of people have seen what you do?
Not enough, probably. If I really thought about it, it would. Yeah, it would be. It does with Afterlife a bit, but I still can't quite get my head around that one. That there are people in America that have watched it. That I don't know why that sort of blows my mind.
Maybe because it felt so low key when we were making it.
I think that's it. Low key and low expectation, not like in a bad way, but this is a nice little thing. This is it was made it was made so small. It was made tiny. It's a very fucking niche topic. Like someone who is bereft, who might kill themselves and all of the other stuff. It doesn't feel like there's your next hit. Like you think that maybe it's just a thing that Ricky wanted to do, and then it was nuts, really, wasn't it? It just sort of was huge. How do you feel about it? Do you get recognised a lot from it?
I'd say so. You could sort of split my career into sort of three waves. I would say the first wave was Bad Education.
Yeah,
which I still to this day get recognised a lot because it got picked up so many places.
Yeah.
So like, I always think to myself, why are people still talking about this? It's like nearly 15 years old.
Oh, it'd be longer than that. Yeah, Ali G movies the same. And
right.
That was 2000, 2001. And to this day, people in the street still say, "Oh, Ali G." That's
right,
and that's the rest of your life now. It's
for sure, but I think it's Netflix that helps.
But we've got distinctive faces as well. That's
we're character actors.
If we were like pretty boys or leading faces, normal leading face, is that bland? If we had a blander face, or people don't recognize people like that so much. It's weird that you got a characterful face. You see it in things. You see it with people all the time. Really famous people can just drift down the street, and like the guy that's like number 3 on the call sheet, kind of funny friend, is the one that gets recognized. I don't know.
Well, they can pop like a cap on and glasses, and they're completely a non.
Exactly.
Whereas if I put a hat on, I look even more like me.
Yeah,
somehow.
yeah. Everything I wear makes people look at me more. It doesn't matter. It's like drawing attention to myself. I think.
So that was like the first wave. Afterlife was basically the second wave. Again, people still want to talk about that, and then the third wave was probably Horrible Histories.
Yeah, right, of course.
And like the sort of recognizable split is sort of between those three, and the demographics are like really separate from each other.
Yeah.
Like, if I see someone like do the double take that they've recognized me, I can tell from their age what they're going to approach me about.
Yeah, I get that. Well, I have a similar thing. So is that probably Ali G film? And that's a lot of that was at the time, but in retrospect, because that is always on. Then Game of Thrones, which is hardcore fandom and but nice people, and then Afterlife, and then you hope that maybe we'll have a 4th, 5th, and 6th wave as well. Don't you?
I'm currently crashing into the 4th wave of obscurity.
Well, you come back when it's happened 3 times. It could happen again. That's
always the hope, isn't it?
And it will. Yeah, it will.
Do you because you've both been in been in projects like since before, I'd say streaming. Have you noticed there was a bit of a change in that as well? Like in sort of your recognition and when things were playing, to like when it was picked up by, let's say, iPlayer or Netflix, that it was just always there for people to watch. Has it picked up a lot since then, or is that?
I think it definitely has. It's stuff that you don't. It used to be that something would, with TV especially, something would be on, and then it would be a thing for a very little while, and then it would probably go away. There's that side of it. Now, people watch stuff and go, "Oh, I saw you last night," and you go, "Oh, I don't remember that." I still to this day sort of go, "I don't think there's anything of mine on," and then they go, "No, it was just like Giri Haji on Netflix," or they've watched something really obscure. So a friend of mine was sort of sending me pictures of the screen of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. That's just randomly what he decided to watch on Prime that night or whatever. So it's kind of, yes, so that has changed. It's, unless people are digging out the video in the old days or the DVD, and they've probably already seen it, so it's not a new thing to them. People find stuff as if it's new all the time now, and it means things get a second life. There's loads of shows. It's that weird kind of thing of this show suddenly doing really well on Netflix. They're quite memey. You see those memes posted, but it is true. Suddenly a show that people didn't watch the first time is suddenly huge because of Netflix or stuff like that. It's the money's different. That's changed. That's a big difference. You get paid probably more up front, less down the line now. I don't know how that always works. It depends on your deal, but it's different, and the recognition goes on, and there is a chance for things to suddenly become a hit 5 years after they happen. Like suddenly everyone finds it, and it goes like gangbusters, and maybe somewhere you've not expected. Like it could be doing really well in Italy suddenly for no reason, than whatever Italy's iPlayer is. Imagine it's
Player.
Yeah. So yes, it's, yeah, I haven't noticed that actually. Yeah, and one of the first two people that recognized me from Afterlife, it was like it was sort of down by the coast, and it was a sort of woman in her mid-60s just talked to me at length about her bereavement and her husband that had died, and I was like, this is fucking weird but lovely, but this show is bigger than expected. And then the next one, I was on another holiday, spent my life on holiday. I was in Fair Verona, and this sort of great big muscly Italian guy was just telling me how he wept with laughter and sort of tears of, emotion at Afterlife. And I was like, show's got something actually. And
is when you said earlier that the idea of it was niche. I sort of disagree, because it's grief, isn't it? And everyone goes through that.
Well, I don't think it was niche. I thought it maybe wasn't. It would be niche, but of course, of course.
It's a sort of universal thing. To answer your question, Sean, I think no one would remember Bad Education if it hadn't gone on Netflix, because you got to remember that was BBC Three. So within 5 years of that show coming out, the channel it was on didn't even exist anymore.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
So it would have vanished. Like there would have been, outside of DVD, there would have been no way to hang on to it. But the fact that it's had this second life is entirely down to streaming.
Well, now you're lucky if you get something on DVD. So if it doesn't get picked up, it can disappear forever, and no one ever knows about it. And that's probably for the best with some of the things I've been in. But but most of them, you want it. Like I was in a show. The first sort of series I did was called Fun at the Funeral Parlour, which was a really good show, an amazing cast. My mate Reese wrote it, but that was BBC Choice, which is the precursor to BBC Three.
Yes.
When it was called like BBC Choice and BBC something else, and they became BBC Three.
Was that BBC I or something?
Something like that. And but once we did 2 series of that, and then once it became BBC Three, that was never shown again. That was like gone. But thankfully, Reese was a DVD collector obsessive, so he made sure that came out on DVD and so it exists somewhere. But like they just didn't like that BBC Choice emblem at the end, because it was sort of a failed channel, and BBC Three was the new thing. So it's weird, that, isn't it?
And then that failed.
yeah. Well, it's back again. It's back again now.
Yeah. Back again, better than ever.
Yeah.
I'd not watched it, I'm afraid.
To be honest, it never really went away, because it went online. They used to make late night BBC One, BBC Three in that interim anyway. So it was like having And what else is on late night BBC One? Not very much, other than the news. So it was sort of. I thought that was a good idea. Share the channel up, but it's mad. I think it's mad that BBC have never done a music channel. They should. I don't know why they've never done that. They have so much. I suppose it's because they fill BBC 4 and 2 with it all. But that would be amazing if they just did that.
That would be nice. That's perfect second screening. That.
Yeah.
Not just while you're doing something else.
Yeah.
Well, they do.
Go on.
I was just going to say that like their YouTube channels for like Radio 1 and 2 and live lounges and stuff like that, they're so massive as well. We just have it.
Yeah.
I think they've got it on iPlayer for some of them, but then just having it as if you remember the box, or was it and all those like those music channels which unfortunately died a death as well.
It's because YouTube, but I think I probably just showed my age then by saying it should be a channel, because it is, isn't it? It's just on the internet.
It's just on YouTube or Spotify or whatever it is.
Yeah. So who's going to be my next person in my shop?
Look at Tony bringing the subject back around. He's good there. So you've got Jesus Christ, Mr Blobby.
Yes.
Jesus Christ is working the workshop as a carpenter and occasionally coming out front to tell like a parable or something.
Yeah, and boost sales basically. It's all of this is what I need now. I think is someone that knows what they're doing.
Because Blobby's in a fenced off area, just creating chaos that you're streaming on. I don't know, like BBC Choice or something.
He's there for my entertainment.
You're barely there, Tony.
No, well, it depends how well we're doing. If the takings are up, I'll be in there. If the takings are down, I'll be in there. I'll be taking names and laying down the law. I think I need someone. I'm thinking practically. Handy Andy.
Yes.
Perfect. If I can get him away from Homes Under the Hammer, he is. Is he the most low energy person on television? It's coming from a low energy performer. Have you seen Handy Andy on Homes Under the Hammer?
I have. You are right. He's not got much about him, has he? He's very.
It's very strong. Oh, here we go. I would probably, I don't know if you could be bothered, just like maybe just pull up the carpet. But apart from that, he could definitely fit 9 people in this 1-bedroom flat. It's also like matter of fact and depressed.
I guess he speaks like a tradie, right? Like
I think he may be just a bit old and a bit knackered as well.
Fair, it could be that.
It's like, you've wheeled me out again. Can I just go home?
Yeah. I'm sick of seeing these flipped flats that people are making money on with no scruples.
Well, I'm sure he'll be thrilled to have a second life in Tony's hardware shop.
Yeah, I think I could get on board with his low energy and his knowledge. He knows what he's doing.
It would be great to have the low energy.
Yes. Yeah. At the checkout.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 grumpy men just like
and Mr Blobby in the background.
I bet Handy Andy loves Mr Blobby. I'm just guessing. I bet he's a fan. Oh yeah, I like that. Bit too silly. Too silly.
No, it's funny though. I like it. I do like it. It's funny. Yeah. I love people like that. People who don't laugh but say that something's funny when you say something funny. That's really funny.
The worst one is when it's funny like that. And you go, is it? I don't think it is. If you're saying it like that. Funny.
I tell you, it was a rotter for that, and I feel bad calling someone out that I worked with, but Sarah Soleimani was an absolute rotter for that. Like she'd finish a take, everything would cut, and she'd go, "Good, funny."
There's a very good bunch of outtakes from one of the Kevin Smith films, diminishing returns on those. I can't remember, one of the sort of naughties ones, and I think they've got like Ben Affleck for about half a day as a favour back, and he literally goes, he does the line, it'll be like, Jay Silent Bob, get out of here. That was good. Jay Silent Bob, get out of it. Use that one. Jay Silent Bob, get out of it. No. Jay Silent Bob, get out of it. Okay, moving on. And he just directs himself. That one's good. That one's good. That one's bad. Moving on. Just trying to see a Midsummer Murders. Have you ever been on Midsummer Murders?
I've not, but ooh, look.
I'll cover the character name because it's not been out yet.
Oh, this is upcoming.
Yeah, upcoming series.
That's exciting.
That's a fun job. Cool. Really fun job, that.
I bet it is. I bet it's one of those ones. I bet it's similar to something like Doc Martin, where everyone's just bedded in.
Yeah,
You know, they know what they're doing. They welcome people in. You do your thing. Off you go.
absolutely. And people that know what they're doing is always good. I'm a big fan of the old professionalism in this game. The last thing, actually, everyone loves a Maverick, but it's actually the last fucking thing you need when you're trying to spend hundreds of thousands of pounds on making essentially taking a video. You know, you want professionalism. You want to get it done. That's why Afterlife was fucking good, wasn't it? For that was amazing.
Well, we just flew through it, didn't we? It was just. It was just so easy.
Yeah.
And still had the opportunity to muck around and stuff, like as you can tell from the outtakes.
That's what I was going to say about, like, you were saying about funny, but yeah, you just heard Ricky screaming in the back of some of those.
That's how you know it's good, when he ruins the take.
I think he nearly killed you a couple of times, Ethan. Like, genuinely. I think he nearly killed. I think you nearly. You might have been the first asphyxia cake victim.
It was David Earl. Like I can't give all the credit to Ricky.
But Ricky made you keep doing it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he was responsible for my ultimate death, but like, you know, the symptoms were there because what can one do when you are the only person in a scene with Brian Gittins and he's doing a monologue? You just hang on.
I don't even know why I was made to sit there and watch it. I was like, literally, I remember thinking, is the camera like as my shoulder in? I think maybe the corner of my shoulder is in. I was like, I'm not making this easier either. Like, I'm just laughing. I wasn't even pretending to not laugh.
I was going to say, like, if you're in there, like, even off camera, do you have to then try and stop laughing as well?
Yeah, because that's really that's the worst. If you're not even in shot and you're laughing, like, you're just. It'll really fuck it up. I think Diane left. Diane managed to not be in the second day of doing that scene. That scene took 2 days, which I've never heard of because of the laughing.
Separated by a weekend as well, if you remember.
Oh, fuck yeah! That's why our clothes smelt so bad because they
this was the cake scene, the infamous cake scene, where we shot half of it on the end of the day on a Friday, and it was like, we don't have time, but because that was all improvised, wasn't it? Like, we weren't supposed to do that.
That scene doesn't exist. If you read the script, that scene does not exist.
But then that's true of a lot of the Afterlife scripts. I mean, I remember very specifically at the end of series 3 with the Village Fate.
Yeah,
like it was like literally just in stage direction. It just says Ratty and the Nonce abuse James. Like, there's no dialogue.
I mean, if you're gonna let anyone just improvise some abuse, it's going to be that pair. I mean, I imagine as Ricky wrote that down, he trusted that would be fine. Leave that to the day. There was one day on that. I don't know how much you were in that set that day, but literally in one day, it was Gittings came in and talked to us all. Then Ratty and the Nonce came in and talked to us all. It's just in the office, like randomly. And then, or maybe it's the other way around. Then Colin Holt came in and pitched his idea for a gossip column.
This would have been series 3, so I wasn't in there. I wasn't in there.
No, you weren't there. You were out with Brian.
I heard tell.
It was insane. It was like we've been invaded by terrorists, comedy terrorists. It was just I was in pain. It was so funny, and yeah, and also none of us really had anything to say. So you were just
being performed at. Really.
Well, I think if you've got some lines to do and a bit to do, you can sort of stop yourself from corpsing a bit because you're thinking about doing that. I didn't have anything else to think about other than, and I don't know what the fuck any of those people were going to say. So it wasn't even like I was waiting for a feed line. It's like, I'm just going to sit here. It was mental. It was one of the funniest days of ever. That and watching you in the bath. That's two of my favourites.
You weren't there for the second bath, though. The second bath where it wasn't a plumbed-in bath.
Oh, no, I don't know.
That was the one with the hose water.
Right, okay. That sounds...
Tepid it was.
Why did you have to do that? What was that about?
So I can't remember which house it was, because obviously all the houses are all different. Like, you know, individual parts of one house and bits of another house. But it was in what would be Gittins' house.
Mm.
And it was basically a front room that they'd just put a bath and a toilet in, because it wasn't actually a bathroom. They were just like, you know, making it look like one.
Right.
And so, you know, he's sat there with these kecks around his ankles. I'm in a bath where there is like visible grass floating in the air. In the thing, it's not as luxurious as the one you saw me in
No.
that lovely house
No, no.
in Hemel. But
No,
I
right,
remember specifically what he did in that scene because it genuinely makes me laugh so much. You just in the back of shot, you just walking past the door, looking in, and then just scurrying
well,
away.
I wasn't in that. I wasn't written in that scene. I asked Ricky, could I please be in that scene? And I even said I'd come in for free that day. I just, because I thought of that joke, I thought it would be so funny if, like, as an ex, because there's so much going on, if, like, Lenny just walks past and goes, nah, not having it, not getting involved. So that actually wasn't originally in the script. I just made myself be there. That's the only time I've ever done that. I just forced myself. I want to be there that day, please. I know this. Also, I really wanted to see that scene because.
Well, I mean, it's a work of art.
Yeah, because what Joe's amazing at is she will go along with anything.
Oh yeah, I mean,
she feels the vibe of the scene and just goes with it, and she's so good at that. I just thinking, I don't know what Joe's going to do. I don't know what Gittings is going to do. Ethan, I've got a feeling is probably going to be uncomfortable in the class. But I don't know. As I thought, I want to see this. I'm going to ask Ricky if I could be there that day.
Oh, well, I'm touched.
That was good fun. That really good fun.
Really, really good day. Oh my word! Right, let's clear up this question, shall we? Because we're coming up on the hour.
Have I not fully staffed it now?
No, you're there. So you've got yourself a fly-by-night owner-operator.
Yeah.
Depending on how well the business is going. You've selected our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ to work the back and occasionally come out and perform miracles.
Yes.
You've got Mr. Blobby in a fenced-off area of the hardware shop.
I think fenced off is probably a bit too strong. Cordoned. Yeah,
right.
it's like, beware. Go that way if you want, but caution,
on your own head be it.
Caution, Blobby ahead.
And that's being live streamed, I believe, possibly on YouTube or Twitch for additional income.
Absolutely. I imagine that will end up being the main business as time goes on.
And you've got, and we should stress as well, not an actor in the costume of Mr. Blobby. It's the actual physical manifestation of Mr. Blobby.
Whatever you think that means, yes, that is what. Got you.
And we also have Handy Andy from Homes Under the Hammer, who's basically running day-to-day ops, I would say.
He's the guy that knows what he's doing. What colour do you think Mr. Blobby's blood would be?
That's a good question. I mean, he's because he's still quite pink. It might be red still, with I don't know, like maybe blobs of yellow.
I think it's
orange,
custard yellow. Just comes out. Custard.
Oh yeah, didn't he love custard or something like that?
You're thinking of Teletubbies, I think. I think he maybe had some fun with custard, like we all have.
From time to time.
Do you think if you cut into him, he's just like a big fondant fancy, just all sponge?
There's no liquid at all. It's
just all icing.
Living sponge, like a sort of sea creature.
You can slice him up and use him as a loofah.
He just grows another one instantly.
Blobby! Oh, God. You got killed, Blobby!
No. Blobby, live on.
Now I just want to see an eldritch Blobby. Someone's done it. Someone on the internet, somewhere on Tumblr. They've got Blobby the Eldritch Abomination.
Oh, man.
Would you sort of visit away? I would visit that hardware store, honestly.
Of course you fucking would.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
Best hardware store in town. That is.
And you give away chocolates with the batteries that you sell as well.
Every 2 batteries you get a mint chocolate.
I've also thought as well, again, another point in its favour, at least 2 of the people that you've employed probably wouldn't take any payment.
No, they probably wouldn't. Well, I think Blobby's a slave, right?
Yeah, I mean, Blobby's just in it for the chaos.
He was Edmund's slave, I think, is where that started. Jesus doesn't want money, does he? He just wants,
that was the whole thing in the Last Crusade. He didn't have the fancy chalice because he didn't have a pot to piss in.
No, he didn't have a fancy chalice. He had a carpenter's cup.
Yeah, and he just walked about, didn't he?
That's what he'll do out back. He'll just make loads of carpenter's cups.
Hang about. Wait a minute. Ethan just said he just walked about, didn't he? Is that that's not what Jesus did?
He went into a desert, walked about for a bit, tempted by a snake. Yeah. Then he came back out, and then he went from place to place, dispensing miracles and parables. And then he got put on a cross.
He's just an olden days David Blaine.
Just walked about drinking from a wooden cup.
That's it.
Jesus, that's his biography.
Or I will accept he did some cool stuff while he was going around. That whole Lazarus thing, amazing.
He's a pretty cool guy. Had some good ideas.
Yeah, a posse of friends. I mean, who can truly say they have 12 close friends?
I've got
at the age of 35 as well.
Yeah, that's when they're dropping off. That's when people are going off and having kids, and you lose them. Yeah, you got to keep them up. I reckon I've probably got 5 close ones. Could I make the full set of apostles? Maybe, but some of them would be a stretch.
Well, I mean, not everyone cares about all the apostles. Like, you've got your ones who did the Gospels. Everyone knows that, and obviously everyone knows Judas. But like outside of that,
do you think the ones that did the apostles were actually as close to Jesus, or they just the ones that got the book deal early? They just got in there, and wanted to cash in on that.
Sources close to the star.
You got Doubting Thomas, who was actually a reporter, but it's just like, you just didn't believe.
Doubting Thomas was a mole. And what of Simon, who is called Peter? What's his deal? Pick a name.
Yeah, choose a name, mate.
He was a paid actor, that's why, and then he was just sort of stuck with Peter for a long period of time.
Yeah.
That's how everyone recognised them. They were going about, aren't you that Peter off of Jesus?
I was like, oh yeah, they saw it on streaming. Yeah.
I think you would have bit. I think I would have just been a bit bored being hanging around Jesus all the time. I don't think I'd be an apostle. I think it would have been a bit dull. I think the whole time period, I prefer not to be involved.
I mean, ultimately, yeah, but I think obviously, you're an actor performer. I don't know if you'd want to be second stringing to Jesus.
No,
and like outside of a hardware store situation.
Most of my acting life is at least second, if not fifth stringing. So I'm happy to that. But I do get to go and hide in a trailer and do the New York Times crossword, and watch Welcome to Wrexham in the downtime.
Oh, yes.
Can't do that in the 000 year 0 in Judea. That's not going to happen, is it?
No, there wasn't any New York Times in Judea.
Wasn't even Wi-Fi.
No, but I bet Jesus he smelt of oud and had fitted shirts as well.
I think he smelt of sandalwood, and I think I would.
Oh, that was just his sandals and wood.
But I would.
Sean, that's really funny. Good, funny.
End on a high.
Yeah, we'll end there. Tony, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
A pleasure.
Thank you. That was absolutely fantastic.
Not literally any time, but again.
Oh, yeah, obviously, but within reason.
With notice.
All right. See you later. Bye-bye.
Oh, fantastic. That's the outro, I guess.
I don't know how you work this how you want.
We like to ask all our guests who come on if they've got anything they would like to plug, anything upcoming that we should know about, anything you want to point the people towards.
No. I mean, you know what? The thing to always say is go to my Instagram at Tony Way, or Twitter, or whatever that's called now, at Tony Paul Way, and you will find, if you're really interested, you'll find out what I'm up to there, because I'm not sure what's coming out when at the moment, but there is stuff, but unannounced stuff. So if you really can't wait to see me next, that's where you can find me, telling you where I will be.
And I tell you what, if you just fancy hopping onto Tony Way's IMDb, treasure trove, you'll find something.
You'll find some right old shit.
But also some good stuff, right?
Some good stuff too. There's some good stuff there. Pick through the shit to find. No, it's mostly all right. It's mostly all right. Some really good stuff too.
And that honestly is actually a good place to end. It's mostly all right. Credits! Thank you for listening to Shut Up and Answer the Question. Your hosts were me, Ethan Lawrence at Ethan D. Lawrence everywhere, and Sean Antony at Sean Antony VO on social media and Loudmouth Gaming on YouTube. If you want to follow the podcast, you can! We're at Shut Up and Answer Pod on Instagram and Shut Up Pod on TikTok. We also have a YouTube channel for the show, so if you want to watch video versions of the podcast, just type Shut Up and Answer the Question into YouTube. If you want to send us an email to ask a question, we're shutuppod@yahoo.com, and we also have a Discord, the link to which can be found in the pod blurb below. We want to thank Kitsune Kitsune Kei for the artwork, Eyes on Legs for the music, Podbean for hosting this podcast, and we will see you next time.
Oh,
And that's the show.
Hey, that was fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you again.
Thank you so much for coming on. And
I say this to every guest, but we're so pathetically grateful for people giving up their time.